Good day, warriors. So for our day 4 sa ating personal identification, we have the topic about word. So natapos na natin previously yung discussion about the loops and the arches kung saan ang pangatlong general pattern natin ay tinatawag nating word. So in order to classify or identify whether it is a word, let's give the proper definition of word. So kapag sinabi nating word, automatic we have the two deltas dito. So, doon sa ating tinatawag na type line, matatagpuan natin yung ating mga delta. Kung saan dito sa world, hindi natin masyadong pina-priority dito yung tinatawag nating core, but our major focus is to find kung saan nakalocate yung tinatawag nating deltas. Take note, which is word is composed at least two types of delta. So, pwedeng sumobra, but hindi siya pwedeng bumaba sa dalawang delta. So, our subdivisions of word include the plain, the central packet loop word, the double loop word, and the accidental word. So, moving forward into these following categories, we have the first, plain word, kung saan ito ay tinatawag as the simplest form of word, and ito ay karamihan na matatagpuan sa mga tao. Commonly, na ito yung pinakamaraming klase ng word compare doon sa ibang klase ng word na meron tayo. So before, we have the other term ng word na tinatawag na spiral, pero nung nabigyan to ng bagong pangalan, it is now known as a word. So take note that in plain word, there is at least one complete circuit or recurving ridge na tatamaan when we draw an imaginary line between from a first delta to another delta. So ano ba yung mga requisites in order to identify whether it is a plain word? So dahil marami tayong klase ng word, dapat malaman natin ano ba yung mga guidelines na susundin natin pag naghahanap tayo ng tinatawag nating plain word. So commonly, syempre yung kauna-unahang requirements dyan, there must be two deltas. Hindi pwedeng isa ang delta natin dito. So, kailangan makita natin na mayroon tayong dalawang delta doon sa ating point ng ating type line. Another, there must be at least one ridge making a complete circuit which may be spiral, oval, circuit, or any form of a circle. So, makikita natin dito yung sinasabi nating complete circuit. Ibig sabihin, yung paikot na yung tinatawag natin o yung sinasabi nating like that nung nasa drawing. So, kailangan obligado to consider it is a word. Meron tayong makikitang circuit katulad nitong ini-illustrate natin. So, that is known as a word. Then, thirdly, we have the third requisite first is when we draw an imaginary line between the two deltas, there must be at least one recurving ridge that touches or crosses the imaginary line. Ibig sabihin, kapag tumama, pag nag-drawing tayo ng linya mula kay unang delta papunta doon sa pangalawang delta, is makikita natin na merong tatamaan na recurving ridge or isang linya doon sa ating sinasabing spiral or oval. So we have here the illustration. Ito yung ating example for the plane word. So we have here the plane word, different types of plane word. So ito yung kinakategorize nating delta. So ito din yung ating delta. So kapag nag-drawing tayo, which is the red line, pag nag-drawing tayo, matatamaan natin yung ating sinasabi na complete circuit or recurving ridge na matatagpuan natin doon sa ating nag-spiral na pattern. So, same as through dito, ito yung delta, ito yung delta. Again, we have two deltas. Meron ba tayong spiral or oval shape yan? Yes, we have here the oval shape na nag-circle or nag-circuit yan. And when we draw an imaginary line, of course, tatamaan yan yung recurving ridge natin from the circuit or spiral itself. So that is known as a tinatawag nating plane word. So moving forward sa ating susunod na pattern o yung tinatawag naman nating central packet word. Wait, hindi na siya mag-move. Burahin lang natin yung ating mga drawing dito. Ayan. So now, moving forward naman na tayo doon sa ating second type or subdivision ng tinatawag nating word. So we have here the Oh, sorry. So we have here yung tinatawag nating central packet. So sa central packet, it is a type of a fingerprint pattern which forms the most part of a loop, but which has a small whorl inside. So sinasabi natin dito, maliit lang yung kanyang formation ng whorl. Kung saan daw, sometimes it is known as a composite pattern, which means that it is made of two patterns in which one whorl or inside a loop it has two deltas which appears at the edge of the pattern areas. So ano ba yung matatawag nating elements or requisite ng central packet natin? Again, to consider that is a whorl, hindi mawawala na meron tayong dalawang delta. Then it must consist of at least one recurving ridge or an obstruction at the right angles to the line of flow. Ibig sabihin, maliit lang kasi yung ating pagka-whorl dito. So may minimal shape lang tayo ng spiral dito, pero may makikita rin tayong mga recurving ridge dito or mga obstructed angles natin, mga line doon na hindi naman nag-complete circuit. That when we draw an imaginary line between the delta into another delta is wala tayong tatamaan na complete circuit doon sa pagitan ni imaginary line. So, what is the example of that? Kadalasan sa ating central packet loop, mag-a-identify natin dito na nakapasok yung delta natin, yung isa nating delta. O kaya naman, nasa maliit na portion or bahagi lang or one-sided lang yung ating mismong spiral. That mostly it compose a lot of more loop appearance than doon sa minimal appearance ng ating tinatawag na tawag dito, na word. So like for this example, we have here the, saan na yung ating marker or yung ating annotations. So like for this example, we have here the delta and the another delta. Kung saan mapapansin mo, there is a minimal shape of spiral inside, di ba? Nung ating tinatawag na pattern area. Kung saan makikita mo na parang mas marami or mas magmumuka itong loop rather than appearance of a whorl. But take note, it is a whorl because it has two deltas. At the same time, there is at least complete circuit naman doon. Minimal nga lang yung shape of whorl natin. And when we draw an imaginary line between the delta to another delta, mapapansin nyo na ang tinamaan niya lang na ridges ay hindi part noong tinatawag nating complete spiral or delta. So, meron siyang tinamaang lines in order to identify na ito ay pasok pa rin sa classification ng whorl, but take note, there is no complete circuit when we draw a imaginary line between those two delta. So, that is known as a central packet loop whorl. Take note lang natin that it appears like more a loop, but there is still shape of a spiral kung saan na minimal lang yung kanyang appearance. At the same time, when we draw imaginary line, hindi natin matatamaan yung complete circuit na yun. So, nagmumukha siya or tinatawag na natin siya as a central packet loop. So, that is the central packet loop. Again, take note the following requisite ng or element na tinatawag nating central packet loop. We have here, there must be a two deltas. Meron siyang recurving ridge or mga obstruction lines doon. But when we cross from two deltas to two delta, from one delta to another delta, it can touch, di ba? Hindi niya tatamaan yung ating minimal spiral doon. Pero tatamaan niya yung ibang lines, ha? So that is the central packet loop whorl. Now, we have here the double loop. So, double loop naman is another type of whorl kung saan pag tinignan mo pa lang to masasabi mo na it composed of two loops. Usually, yung loop na to is like a twin loop kung saan magkakambal yung ating itsura. Makikita mo talaga na itong isang loop ay ito ay isa namang another loop na pinagsama mo, that is known as a double loop whorl. So, ano yung mga classifications natin? Siyempre, mahahanap natin dito sa ating loop na there is so much two deltas and at least meron din siyang two cores. Sabi dito, this is a composite or combination of two patterns in one with two cores and two deltas. Sinasabi nga natin na whorl is composed of two deltas, but when it comes to double loop whorl, syempre dahil meron two distinct loop dyan, makikita mo rin na mayroon siyang dalawang core na makikita doon inside the pattern area. So, in order to identify, here is the tawag dito, here is the example of our double loop whorl. Kung saan po makikita natin there is a sufficient shoulder. Diba yung parang recurving ridge doon, yung magkabilang balikat nun, that is the identifying remarks natin pagdating sa double loop whorl. It is a formation like an S po. So mapapansin nyo, ito yung isang loop, ayan, and this is the second one, loop. So it composed of two distinct loops, composed of two distinct delta, and we have then din yung tinatawag nating dalawang core. Meron siyang shoulders. Yes, we have these shoulders, two distinct shoulders din yan. Same as true with this one, we have one, and the another one is the another type of loop. Same with this illustration, we have the first loop. Ayan. Then ito naman yung pangalawang loop. So take note that to consider that a double loop, there is a two distinct loop na makikita inside the pattern area, which is composed of two deltas, and of course, hindi mawawala pa rin si two core natin. Okay? So moving forward to our last type of whorl, we have here yung kinoconsider natin as a accidental whorl. Sa accidental whorl, it is a combination of two or more. Ibig sabihin, pwedeng lumagpas sa dalawa yung pattern na mapoposes o mabubuo o mabibuild doon sa ating pattern area. Kung saan pwede yan makompose ng whorl, pwedeng kumompose yan ng whorl with plain whorl with loop, o kaya naman double loop with another type of loop. So that is known as an accidental whorl. But the only exemption in the composition of our accidental whorl ay yung tinatawag nating plain arch. So take note, kung yan ay sa pattern area, may natagpuan ka na plain whorl, at the same time may natagpuan kang plain arches, that is not known as an accidental, but rather pwede nating sabihin that is a questionable pattern. Because according to the definition of accidental whorl, ang tanging pattern lang na hindi pwedeng ma-include sa combination of different patterns natin ay yung tinatawag nating plain arch. How about kung ang ating plain whorl dun sa pattern area ay sinamahan ng tented arch? Is it considered as an accidental whorl? Yes. The answer is actually yes. Because ang sabi lang dito, tanging yung plain arch lang ang hindi kabilang doon sa tinutukoy nating accidental whorl. Take note ha, any pattern, basta yan ay hindi mako-considered as a plain arch is composed of accidental whorl. So again, it composed of whorl can have 2 or 3 or 4 deltas kasi nga it is known as an accidental, lalo na kung marami yung ating different types of pattern na nabuo sa accidental whorl. So that is the basic. We have here the tented or the double loop, tapos sinamahan pa ng tented. So same as through dito, it likes a tented with a double loop whorl, so that is still accidental. Ito naman ay merong plain whorl, tapos sinamahan mo ng loop. So that is a combination. Basta hindi included yung ating plain arch. So now we have the frequently asked question pertains to, do we have a word questionable pattern? Yes, we have, lalo na kung ang mga patterns na yan kapag nakita natin sa isang tao ay hindi natin ma-identify yung kanyang category. Where it is, belong ba yan sa ating tinatawag na arches, o yan ba ay mabibilong sa loop, o yan ba ay belong sa tinatawag nating whorl. When that is, kapag ganyan ang situation na hindi natin ma-identify yung kanyang fingerprint pattern, or makikita din natin na hindi talaga sila pasok doon sa qualifications na meron tayo na ginagamit natin ng karamihan, that is known as a questionable pattern. So that's all for our day 4. I hope you learned something. Thank you.